Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watch Your Realms video. We just got the Matrix updates that landed into the game a few hours back, and we're here today to showcase a hero that no one thought would actually become a tank for Abyss, or rather Matrix. So yeah, the unit is basically Wukong, and the reason why this change can be made is due to one very important update here. So we hop over to the Matrix announcement. You're gonna see that for Focus Strike, they removed the death penalty, which basically means that every time a unit dies under Focus Strike, they no longer wipe out the entire team, and that's what makes Wukong so good here because he can constantly summon clones to actually tank the Focus Strike. And yeah, there's really not much else that we can mention here. I'm just gonna head right in and show you guys how it's done, and hopefully it all makes sense. So let's get it without further ado. Alright, so we're going to do the same placements as before. We're going to do Nurture in the center. One other good change is now mobs don't get stuck at the side, and Nurture doesn't randomly target the boss anymore. So placing him in the center is pretty optimal. I'm going to place the rest of the units. I'm going to do Leia this way. And then Lady Mina facing with Adeya because she's gonna be taking the buffs from there. And then now let's do Ezreth. Let's do Ezreth here. I think that should be fine. Wukong at the bottom, and then Erlis facing to the side here. And I think that should be good. And then we'll just start the autos. The only unit we're not gonna set up an auto for is gonna be Nerissa, because we need to manually do the dispels. So you can see the mobs come back once you kill them, which is good because we don't get mobs stuck at the corner anymore, and it's basically free for all. You just clear as much as you can. And you can see that the focus strikes are just targeting the Wukong clones there. They need some decent, attack speed to actually keep Wukong clones up. And you can see now that the boss keeps getting these stacks, which basically makes him stronger. The only way this stacks drop is to eliminate monsters during the Pact of Silence instead. So it's quite important to be killing mobs here so you can reduce the overall count. Otherwise, once you exit that phase, all this is going to go towards increasing the mob's HP. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna pop the Dispel after the Declare Overflow. And yeah, Pact of Silence again, so we're gonna have the Ultimates Ripping. So you want to kill as many mobs during these phases to minimize that phase increase. So far, it's looking okay. And you can see it's very, very simple now, like the whole run. We basically just let it auto and that's completely fine. There's no reason to like manual anything anymore. At least not from the perspective that I have now. And there we go, another Pact of Silence. I think this time around our ultimates are not really up there, so yeah. Maybe not as many kills there. But yeah, Wukong survives very easily there. We're not even trying to look at him or whatnot. It's really amazing how Wukong always comes in clutch for random things that, you'll never think that, he'll be good at. And a big shout out to my Discord mate Ryusei. He was the one that really explained it to me why this works. Because I was thinking, is Wukong tanking everything? But he was like, no, it's actually the clones. And then it all made sense to me because without the death penalty, basically the clones dying, you do not get punished for that anymore. Now, let's continue on here. See the rest. Although halfway through we're at 37k score, I don't think we will go a lot higher from here because unlike the previous Zerbus Matrix, you no longer have a fixed spawn interval. So no matter how many mobs you kill, you will still go through the cycles equally. Okay, go cycles, we're gonna pop the ultimate, and I think right after this, we're gonna get another Pact of Silence. So yeah, a bit of ultimates here would be nice, just to decrease the stacks, which are just increasing non-stop. Just gonna pop the ultimate here because these stacks are hurting quite a bit at this point. Another pack of silence. I don't think this one we're gonna do much damage here. Oops, Mina dies there. Unfortunate. But yeah, things pretty much get tough from here on because the stacks on the boss are just way too high. I think Kigiri works a lot better now for sure in this current set, in this new map, just for the fact that you can actually survive much easier now. So 54k, it is about 4k higher than what we originally had in my initial Zerbus Matrix run before they reworked it. And bear in mind, this is fully auto, and we are also experimenting a bit with, Ezreth, which is doing surprisingly well. And you can see Wukong there taking most of the damage. I think the clones are included in this, as otherwise the damage counter won't be that high. And Ardea is just using her ultimate and taking a crap ton of damage there. So yeah, very interesting. They have definitely made Matrix way, way easier than before. And yeah, did I save that by accident? No, I didn't save it, thank goodness. I thought I saved it. But yeah, that's the team, and there's really not much else to explain. I hope this will be helpful for whoever who doesn't have like Carnelian and Ezareth, for example. Bear in mind, you can still very much use Ezryn. I just wanted to try it out and show you guys how it looks like. And obviously, with Wukong in the Watchers faction here, is definitely working out a lot better due to the fact that, you can actually get the Watcher buff more frequently. But you can definitely swap this over to the Balrog form as well. If let's say you don't have Carnelian, and Wukong is going to survive just fine. And most people will have Wukong by now because he has already had 3 banners. So it's very good adjustments that we're seeing here. Now, let's take a look at gear here. We have Leia, Rich Regen build. It's not optimized for sure, but it is what it is. And then we have the exclusive artifact here. Erlis in a quirky build here because I want her to survive. And then we also have the Tia's Bum artifact. And then Nurture, Esoteric's Cataclysm set, as well as his exclusive. He does a crap ton of damage here thanks to the rework, so I really like where he's at now. Talin, Infernal Raw, alongside with the Black Bug Pauldron. This is a best in slot artifact if you have it. Otherwise, use the Chalice artifact. I think the new artifact that gives penetration is going to work very well here as well. Wukong, I have him in the same build that I have on Ezryn, so Unshaken Whale, a bit of attack speed, and then the Golden Cudgel artifact. And then, oops, where did my Wukong go? Okay. Riven Hall, Wings of Grace, because Inspiration Unit, and then the Dwarven Striders, and then Ardea, Soba Arcana, with the Shadowed Hilt, and then we have Lady Mina, Soba Arcana as well, and then her exclusive artifact. Bear in mind that my stats are a lot lower on Lady Mina and some of these units because I only have that many quads and most of them are focused on the magic side of things. Now Astrid, just a normal Soba Arcana set, and then obviously we want to run Talisman or Resolve on her because she does get quite a bit of shields with Rivenhall in the build. And then Nerissa, last but not least, this is the only other Dispeller that I have. And then the Golden Scarab artifact, which surprisingly still allows them to survive. So very interesting change in meta. I hope this will be helpful for anyone who's watching out there. And if you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. Be more than happy to answer them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. Goodbye.